my lovely imps, okay? Today, I've been doing I've been really trying to not talk about the specific, horrible, annoying, unfunny, joyless hacks over at the Daily Wire, because they're literally just propagandists of the worst types. They have nothing positive to contribute to any conversation, and I don't really care about them. Their opinions are stupid, and most people know that their opinions are stupid. However, today, I am breaking my general rule because this is way too funny, okay? Michael Knowles recently went on a rant, and I have to say, it made me laugh so hard that we have to watch together. So let's do this without any further ado. Let's go.
Americans are as conservative today as they were back in 2012, which is fine, and it's a good start given how much more.
Why is he so quiet? Let's crank this fucker up.
More liberal the country had become since 2012.
Still not loud enough. He has a soft voice. What can I say? He has a soft voice.
But if 2012 is the end point, then we might as well pack it in, guys. I do not want America to be as socially conservative as it was in 2012. I want our civilization to be as socially conservative as we were in 1220, okay?
Okay, let's hear that again one more time, just real quick. One more time.
In 2012. I want our civilization to be as socially conservative as we were in 1220, okay?
Have at thee, knave! Have at thee! Ah! Oh! Forward! Forward! Oh, the hot oil! The hot oil is burning on me! Oh my God! Oh, my legs, my skin! My skin is burning in my armor! Oh! Meanwhile, back at the Knowles farm. Didst thou clean up after the pig? I have not, father. I will go clean up after the pig. Don't forget thine rusty pitchfork. I sure hope the noble lord does not come and rape my wife tonight. And then in the background, you hear the sounds of hoofbeats approaching and the trumpets of the noble lord. Oh. Michael Knowles wishing that the world was as socially conservative as 1220 is the most comical return with a V thing that I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Okay? First of all, let's just be 100% real. Michael Knowles would not be anything but the court jester or the dungeon sponge, okay? In medieval times, in pre the Black Plague, the years winding up to the Black Plague, there is literally no position for people like Michael Knowles in that time. He does not have the cadence to be a town crier, nor does he have the hearty pipes to be able to shout out the news. Hear thee, the king has declared. Nope, he doesn't have the guts to be a town crier, which means at best, if he can do somersaults, they might let him be a court jester. And if he can't do somersaults because, you know, he's got a bad back from sitting at his, from medieval Michael Knowles, from shoveling pig shit on his father's farm for his entire youth, then he gets to be the human mop that gets to scoop up all of the rat feces that piles up in the town jail. And the local jailer will hit him with a piece of turkey meat on the head when he doesn't scoop fast enough. It's actually insane. The people who pretend like they want to go back to medieval England. Also, let's just be real. Michael Knowles, look at this fucking fop, okay? He's got his tailored shirt. He's got his nice little mug. He's got his fancy set. My man, you do not have what it takes to live in 1220, my man. You would be absolutely mocked in every single way. Of course, he probably thinks that he would be some kind of nobility. But he's not a fucking noble. He's a Mariswine. Okay, this guy's blood is muddier than the fucking smallest of the peasants. The worst a British peasant has purer blood than this motherfucker American mutt. Okay, let's be real. Oh my God. It makes me die. Oh my God. This guy would have been slain by a bandit. This guy would have been conquered by a local lord. He would have been made to be the Chamberpot of a warlord or a baron. Bring me Knowles, the human Chamberpot. Yes, me lord. Yes, I shall. 12:20. I can't imagine a worse time to be alive. Well, see, Michael Knowles, the ultimate LARPer, is just like, oh, if I could go back to 12:20, I would be a cool-based crusader. Oh, if I was back in that time, I would be I would be a marquis, and I would have a fancy horse, and they would let me have as many eel pies as I wanted. When in reality, again, he would be the human Chamberpot for some like a backwater lord who chopped his family's heads off with a double-bladed axe. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh man. So yeah, there's not much else to say about this except that it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. These people are the ultimate LARPers. And by the way, just out of curiosity, I know that lots of people like to talk about normies. They like to try and say, oh, normies like what I have to say. Let me ask you something. If you went out onto the street right now, no, you know what? Don't even have to go out on the street. Just think about your friend group or your family. Go ask any one of them if they think that they would like, unironically, to live in 1220 AD, okay? And just see what the average person reacts to. Bonus points if you ask a woman whether they would want to exist in 1220 AD. Because, let me just tell you, they're not going to react very well to that. People like their TVs. People like their cars. People like living, you know, with indoor plumbing. People like being able to wash their bodies on a regular basis and not have to live with a crusted layer of filth across you, you know, because you're a pig farmer who has a thatched roof. People like their understanding of germ theory and like being able to go to a doctor instead of an alchemist who dips you into a bucket of leeches. I know, right? Shocking. Anyway, if there was any other evidence that you needed that the modern far right is literally the biggest LARPers on the planet, again, Michael Knowles wouldn't make it in a Renaissance fair, let alone in the actual year 1220. Michael Knowles would go to a Renaissance fair and get scared because there were too many gay people there because he doesn't realize that Renaissance fairs are have a 100% overlap with the gay community. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure that Michael Knowles is super up-to-date on his pig shit shoveling. I'm sure he's super up-to-date on his archery. I'm sure he totally knows how to put on a breastplate. I'm sure he absolutely is totally up-to-date on, like, hunting and skinning rabbits. Actually, he might be up to date on that one, knowing Michael Knowles. He seems like he's got a few weird quirks. Maybe he was really into like the killing small animals and stuff like that. I don't know. You guys think he's ready to be a squire that regularly gets rotten carrots dumped on his head because he didn't put on a horseshoe fast enough? Yeah, he'd be a plague denier and he would die in 3 days from the Black Plague. He'd be like, thine Black Plague is a false. And then he would immediately be like, these buboes under my arms are nary a thing. Ignore the buboes bulging out of my lymph nodes. I mean, I don't know what a lymph node is. The bulging brown and black tumors on my neck and underarms are nothing to be. It's a curse of Satan. A witch did it to me. 'Twas a witch. 'Twas a witch. So yeah, again, I encourage you all. Here, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this video in chat in case you want it. If anybody ever brings up Michael Knowles again, just play them this and ask them if they really feel like they want somebody who wants to go back to the years before the Black Plague, if they want to go back to thatched roofs and live and like swaddling your way through mountains of cow shit, getting slain on a regular basis by I don't know, the neighboring angry warlord who thinks he has a claim to the crown. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. Anyway, Michael Knowles is obviously a fool, and I just wanted to share with you the state of the talking heads. Keep in mind that Michael Knowles is one of the sort of, I guess he's what we would call a conservative B-lister, maybe C-lister. I think he's a B-lister these days. His show isn't like amazingly popular on the broad scale of things, but he keeps making waves and he keeps getting talked about in mainstream media, despite basically having a, you know, kind of a small, as far as the Daily Wire goes, a fairly small YouTube channel. But these are the voices of the right now. Gone are the glory days of Rush Limbaugh, apparently. Now you get a harken back to 1220. Michael Knowles, who's in his mind fucking rolling a D20 and believing that he's gonna, you know, get a natural 20 and become a wizard because, you know, that's definitely how the 1220s were. Okay, but thatch roofs are great. Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, it's a lost art. All right, fair, whatever. He would have been sent off to France to fight in the 100 Years' War. Yeah, he would have been. He would have gotten frontlined. He would have gotten crushed between a bunch of sweaty British people, sweaty Brits, and sweaty Frenchmen. After his peasant ass was sent to the front lines to be a human sponge for French pikes. Would have been incredible. Yeah. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe he would have become the pleasure hole of a local, like, you know, a bandit group in ye olde King's Woods. Anyway, yeah, Michael Knowles is a joke. Thanks for laughing with this with me, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep hearing the signal.